I now invite Mr. Sudhir Mutalik, who is the chairman of CI Maharashtra State Council and managing director of Positive Metering Pumps India Private Limited. Sudhir has been a technocrat, and I am sure that he has grown through the real MSME from scratch to building up. So he can certainly give an MSME perspective. And also he has contributed to India's defense as a civilian by going into Kargil warfare, etc. So Sudhir, over to you, Sudhir.
Good afternoon, and thank you so much for all the kind words, Mr. Nandakumar. Honorable Minister of Industries, Mr. Subhash Desai, Dr. Shri Anbalgan, CEO MIDC, I would say our close friend always, because you are there with us, as a great support always. Madam Miss Andrea Kuhn, Council General of Republic of South Africa, Mr. Guilherme Patriota, Council General of Brazil, my colleagues, Mr. B. Tyagarajan, Chairman CI West Region Council, Mr. Nandakumar, Chairman of MSME Council, Sandeep Navlekar, and all respected delegates attending this 7th edition of MSME Summit. A very good afternoon to you all. I must first of all congratulate Mr. Nandakumar and Sandeep for organizing such a wonderful summit for MSME in the Western region. Dr. Anbalgan, before I address my participants, I have quick 2 points. First of all, as Mr. Tyagarajan said during his initial remarks, and Mr. Nandakumar also said, there's a huge stress on MSMEs with reference to meeting their financial requirements during pandemic. Disruptions happened in the supply chain because of complete shutdowns. The lockdown during first wave was a major issue faced by the MSMEs. Procurement of raw material had become challenge, and because it was not cost effective. But we had a slight relief in Maharashtra during second wave in terms of lockdowns. Honorable Industry Minister Sir and you, I specifically I may recall about our meeting in your office on 18th of March 2021 with our request to you to allow us continue the operations for industries in the state, in the industries in the state. Sir, I must say, I must thank you and entire, of course, government of Maharashtra, especially you, Dr. Anbalgan, for a great support during the difficult times and allowing industries to continue operations by strictly maintaining the COVID appropriate behavior, of course. We request for the same support and relief for industries in the state in case the third wave hits. We will not, it will be very difficult for us to shut down the factories. So whether it will be there or not, but I'm requesting that we require the same kind of support that we had during the second wave. Of course, COVID appropriate behavior has become our standard operating procedure of almost all the industries in the state. We are giving a huge thrust on vaccination. And as Mr. Nandakumar said, we assure complete support, full support from industry members. The second point, Mr. Nandakumar was saying something about it. Let me talk a little bit about myself within 2 minutes, because I know you have to leave at 4 o'clock. I'm a first generation entrepreneur coming from a school teacher's family from Nipani, the border area of Karnataka and Maharashtra. After coming out of engineering college, I had a dream to start manufacturing of my products, dosing pumps, which I had already decided during my college days. And I landed all the way in Nasik. I did not have any friends and relatives and all, because MIDC had just started a flatted gala scheme in Nashik, only which a person like me, coming out of college could afford those days. 2.75 lakhs may a gala 400 square feet, So after a little progress, maybe after a couple of years, I could apply to MIDC for 1000 square meter plot and then bigger after a few years. But trust me, if the flatted scheme initially and the small plots like 1000 square meter, would not have been there, would not have been available, I would not have started my manufacturing activity. It was a kind of nursery for me to take bigger steps further. Sir, today the youth coming out of colleges is not lucky as I am. Even small entrepreneurs, small pieces of lands in MIDCs are not easily available. And I think they are not there. I'm really happy to know about the plug and play model. Hope it comes at the earliest. But small pieces of lands, those days even 400, 500 square meter plots were there, which was really a great support for small entrepreneurs or maybe boys coming out of schools. So I thought your presentation was very encouraging, and I thought let me just share, the picture today based on my experience. So hope you will take it positively. Yeah. Coming back to the participants, I must request you all to take a great advantage of this particular seminar. As an MSME, I am actually delighted to attend the MSME summits. This is the 7th edition of MSME summit, and I can tell you that I have attended all the previous 7 summits religiously every year without missing a single. Initially, for a couple of years, I used to attend these summits, out of curiosity. Some might have invited me, some friend might have invited me, but believe me, I saw tremendous value in it, and I started attending it every year. Apart from many business gain, I feel an important correction happened to my assumption about CII. Like many, I too used to think that CI is a big daddy's club. It's for the Tatas and Bajaj and Godrej and Forbes and Siemens, ABB, and of course, Blue Star. Uh, because you might have noticed them representing CI on TV and on, any other media. But slowly I had started realizing that CII has an inclusive approach. CII is an inclusive group of people or maybe industries. It is all, it is for all sizes of industries, small or big, it's for all. I won't hesitate to share with you all. I once used to be a participant of the MSME summits, like just participants, like you guys are today, then a member and an active member. And despite being MSME, today I'm chairman of CII Maharashtra. I'm so proud and thankful to CII for giving a privilege to me to represent all the industries in the state of Maharashtra, which is the most progressive and industrialized state in the country. And of course, there are many large industries are a part of the state council. So it's not like for large industries and MSME, it's not like that. Be an active part of CII. So my advice to you all is, if you are already not a part of CII, not a member of CII, you can definitely think of CIS for all. And I will be too much happy to see a few from you on this side of the table one day. Only a last statement for the participants. I really appreciate the focus of the summit over gearing for global competitiveness, especially during the period, which I would call as a golden area for Indian MSMEs. That's because two major economies in the world, US and China, are growing with 5 to 7% of speed, and together the transactions is as huge as almost 35 trillion US dollars, which is almost 40% of the world's economy, which is equivalent to India, India like economy growing with, growing at the rate of about 50%. It's a huge growth rate, huge size, and huge opportunities for us. So on this backdrop, I think gearing up to be a global player is I think very important, and this summit is has a great timing. That is what I feel. Last point, Madam um, um, Madam Miss Andrea Kuhn and Mr. Guliharme Patriota, MSMEs in India have already proved their excellent worth in supplying products and services to the global market. So while gearing up for the global competitiveness, as the theme says, may I draw your attention towards collaboration between the three beautiful countries in three major areas. The first one is, of course, energy sector. As all fast growing economies, as you know, with large energy demands and varying domestic production, have foreign dependence on fossil fuels, along with, of course, diversification programs for alternative energy sources, development and trade. Both, I mean, all the countries, we three countries, have undertaken, Brazil, South Africa, and India have undertaken major privatization and launched public-private efforts on energy, like the biofuel ethanol programs in Brazil, attempts to build industrial clusters around coal resources, exactly like in South Africa, and of course in India. Government supported incentive programs for wind and solar energy, supporting new commercially viable energy and environment efficient technologies for exploration, extraction, processing of fossil fuels. Therefore, this particular area, energy sector, may be looked at for cooperation, and there is a huge possibility that MSMEs, especially in India and in South Africa and in Brazil, can transact with each other. In fact, my own business largely depends on this sector, as I'm a machinery manufacturer catering to the needs of oil and gas industries. I feel there is a strong need of collaboration in this area. Two more sectors quickly, I'll finish within next 2-3 minutes. Manufacturing is another area in general, promising export areas for three nations, range from chemicals, petrochemicals, textile and clothing, agricultural equipment, automotive, of course, engineering goods, leather goods and all. Of course, medical electronics, gems and jewelry also. You may please consider these specific areas, focusing on these particular areas, as it will help in benefiting from its increased trade in and investment. And of course, the third one is services. The strength of all the countries, Brazil, South Africa, and India, all the individual countries in different service sectors and subsectors highlight potential of trade creation, especially in terms of construction, insurance, financial services, computer information services, the most important, personal, cultural and recreational services. The authorities may consider enhancing engagement in the respective respective markets for services, undertaking collaborative efforts for joint production and distribution in each other's markets, or maybe in third markets, after production. And technological capabilities also can be shared. So I request you all the governments may look at the aforementioned areas for collaborative projects. Fortunately, because I'm dealing with South Africa and Brazil also, I can see there's a huge potential. What is required is collaboration between the trade partners, individual industries, and of course, it has to be taken care of by the governments, that there has to be something between these 2 or 3 countries, and there is a huge potential to transact. Thank you so much. That's all from me. And thank you once again for giving me this opportunity, inviting me to share my views. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Sudhir, for a very detailed talk on various opportunities in India, and we are specific focus on inviting Africa and South Africa as well as Brazil for collaborating. I fully agree with you. There is great lot of potential for Indian MSMEs as well as the MSMEs from these great countries to join together. I'm sure in the coming days, as you rightly said, this collaborative approach that only will sustain in the coming years. Thank you very much. And plus your own personal growth and your attachment as well as contribution what CI. I also would agree that I am associated with the CI for the last 30 plus years. And I must say that CI has really given quite a lot of impetus for my growth, for my company's growth. Thank you. Thank you very much, Sudhir, for giving this great insight into what you have gone through as what you are planning to do. Thank you.